Hi, it's Johnny Nye here, aka Mr. Johnny Axel, and I'm here with another movie review. In fact, I'm going to give you two today, as I watched two what I consider to be horror films on Monday, so I figured I'd get them both not out of the way, but just while they're fresh in my mind. So, this is going to be the first one. The second one is going to be posted up in a bit. Now, there's this movie that I saw on the horror films list on Netflix called ATM. Now, ATM is a generic thriller. I wouldn't call it a horror, but it definitely did have some elements in there which were really good. So, it had a basic plot. You know, people go out to a party. This guy wants to meet a girl. And then there's this dick who basically fucks him over. And then they have to go, and then they go to an ATM, and then someone's stalking them, someone's trying to kill other people, and then they're trying to get out. It's the whole movie. And unlike all the other reviews which gave this a 1 out of 10, I was pretty sold on it, actually. It did have suspense, because you didn't know the guy's story. You didn't know anything about him. You didn't even see his face, except for his eyes. I don't even know why I'm calling him a he. It could have been a she. You never know. You never really got too close to the person to figure out. It did have the suspense. And Josh Peck is excellent in that, in my opinion. He was the main saving grace. I don't know if you ever watched any of his old stuff like Drake and Josh or, the Amanda Show. But he's lovable. This movie made me hate his guts so much. He was such a dick. Then he kind of went through this metamorphosis towards the middle where he's like, no, we need to survive. And then you can kind of get more understanding of his character. The other two, the girl and the main guy, you don't really see that much transformation within the two. The guy gets a little bit crazy. The girl just gets cold. So yeah, definitely had the craziness, the mystique, and it did keep me out throughout the whole movie because he's disappeared, but when will he come back? Because he kept on coming back different times and different times and different times, and they would almost get there, but they wouldn't just get there, and he'd grab him, and then you would is he gonna escape? And there was this one part that actually got me. When, and spoilers by the way, Josh gets stabbed in the stomach, a screwdriver, and basically it looks like he's dead because he got stabbed in the stomach, but then he starts crawling out. I'm like, oh man, Josh is fucking Superman. Not saying that the movie was great, however. Not at all. Didn't do bad. I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. Here's what they did wrong. First of all, the premise of the ending I thought was an excellent idea. So excellent. Comparing what the police saw on the security camera versus what actually happened, that went really well. And it took me a second to get that, but after I got it, I was like, wow, this is pretty good. How it ended, however, without explaining the person's story, the person who stabbed Josh Peck, he killed all the other guys. They never went into the story. They went to his house. The camera people, they went to his house. They're showing all his blueprints and stuff. It's not based on a true story, by the way. I know I'm making it sound like that. But went to his house, they showed him making the blueprints and stuff, but they never went inside of his head. So, that was just kind of missed opportunity right there. The second reason why it didn't do so good, it was forgettable. To be honest, it's a good rental or good if you stream off Netflix, but once you've seen it once, it's enough times because it's forgetful and generic. Like, to be honest, unless you want to see Josh Peck be a dick again. Besides that, there's nothing I can do to save this or anything. There's no redeeming factor. I mean, the only memorable part I remember distinctively was when he got stabbed with the screwdriver and they made that harrowing climb back. That's it. So, if you guys want to see my next review, there should be a link down there. It's about the Toxic Crusader, cult movie of the 1984s. So, we'll get into that zaniness because we're going to need a while. So, ATM, 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10 for its creativity, suspense, tension when they got hypothermia. Didn't get hired because it was non-rememberable or forgettable or whatever, and a missed chance to explain the person's story. Things they could have done better. But overall, great rental. It was just great.